It is the homemade broadcast. It is episode 594. My name is Will Kuncz. This is on Hummel.
Hello. Wait, are we live?
We're not live.
Oh.
No.
We were live for a second.
We're not live today. We usually do live stream on YouTube at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays. But my partner, wife, lady wanted me to go to a talk this Wednesday. So I thought, and I just showed you the invite.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's Thursday. Now, maybe she just messed up the invite. That could be possible.
Okay.
She told me Wednesday. So anyway, we are pre-recording this week's program. So no live stream this week, obviously. But we'll be back the next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m., WillsYouTube.com. Get in touch with this show, 813-693-2124. And for some reason, my app that I use for the phone number, it wasn't notifying me. And I had a few messages. This one has been making me laugh for days now. And I know that the demographic for our listenership, we have some special folks in there. And by that, I mean special needs. And I love you guys. You're the best. But this is such a simple thing, and it just killed me all weekend. It was a number I got from a 727, message I got from a 727 area code. And this was on November 2nd at 9:23 a.m. And the message said, Anna, the woman with the best donkey in radio, with an exclamation point, and then said facts. So I missed that one by a few days. So I opened the app, saw it, and I said, I do respond to these if I get them. Just ask Joe. I spend a lot of time texting with Joe sometimes. He said, I'll let her know. Thank you. And then I put my name, Will. He responded back. This person said, huh? Who is this? You could just scroll up one thing and it's right there. In fact, you probably don't even have to scroll up, to be quite honest. It's probably still there in your message in the window. Because mine is. I mean, I can see the original message and I can see
it all in one. You don't have to zero scrolling.
Yeah, zero scrolling. And then I figured, okay, I'm definitely not answering that. I got to let him hang. Now, whoever this is. I'm assuming it's a male. I could be wrong, but it seems like a guy thing to do.
Thank you for passing that along to me. I never get hit on anymore. Not that I was like, people were always, and I also don't go out, and I also don't dress up much. But anyways, any sort of like male objectification. What am I trying to say? Objectification. If I get objectified by a man, thank you.
Feels good.
Oh my God, it feels good. The only people that complain about it are people who are privileged in that way. Like they get it all the time. So they're like, ew, gross, get away from me. I'm just like, shut up. Many of us get zero right now. And so if any guy says anything nice to me ever about the way I look, not personality, doesn't count. But the way I look, like I still look, affable. I'm like, oh, thank you. God, that made my day.
Well, that's a dirty little secret, isn't it? And I think that even the people who complain about it, they don't really like it when it stops.
Oh,
that's when it gets a little sad.
It's devastating.
It's annoying for a while, and then it doesn't happen, and you're like,
the people that I remember, like Emily Radikowski complaining about being objectified. I'm like, you are topless everywhere you go. First off. Second of all, you are a stunning 10 out of 10 supermodel. The rest of us are getting crumbs or nothing. Shut up. Please don't stop objectifying us, because when we stop getting objectifying us, that's when it's over.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're totally right.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Ever.
Lie to my face.
Well, so anyways, to that person, I don't know their names, but I passed along your message. So, and hopefully you hear this. And if you are listening, thank you for the message, and you're dumb. Just letting you know. 813-693-2124. Do you get a voicemail from, I actually got a few. This guy initially used to call me on my bone extension, which I didn't know I had until he called it. But you can look, and what they do is they send the message to your voicemail through your email. So he used to call me there, and initially wasn't very kind, many of the things that he said. And then I think over time, he found a genuine affection for me, and I him. And he goes by Bino. but his name is Mark. He left a voicemail.
Okay. I wanted you to text me your address. I wanted to send you something for your wedding. But that Curtis Freewell, his wife is the big cat person. They were trying to use him to deal with the rat population and stuff. But he's a good radio guy. He's very knowledgeable and stuff. You'd be good at the spot, the overnight spot. They need an ABC radio. They need some overnight people. Frank Morano ended up getting a job for the government in New York City. All right. I hope everything's all right, brother.
All right. Well, thanks, Mark,
He's
a.k.a.
blacked
Bino.
out.
I think he gets hammered and leaves voice. Pretty sure that's what's happening. He did. He sent me a nice bottle of Maker's Mark, though, a while ago.
That's right.
the same fella.
Same guy. The drunk dial. The drunk dial was hot when I was like in my 20s, my early 20s.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't do it anymore.
Not as much. No, not in the
it's
internet
a thing of
age.
I feel like the millennials did the drunk dials.
Mark's old school, though. So I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, as far as sending me something, I don't know if you're talking about cash. I mean, that's really nice of you. Definitely don't feel obligated to do something like that. But I guess I'll text you my mailing address. I mean, you could just send it to the bone. I don't know why he's apprehensive to do that. Maybe because there's money in it, potentially.
You think maybe it'll get stolen by one of your arch nemesis?
Yeah, I think nobody cares about me anymore. I think that heat is off. So don't feel, I mean, I don't know. I'll text you later, Bino. We'll figure something out. That's very nice of you. Thank you for the call. Substack, HMBradio.substack.com. We do an extra half an hour after this podcast, free podcast area at Radio St. Pete time. We stay over on YouTube and go over to Substack and do some extra time uncensored over there, HMBradio.substack.com. And that phone number again, text and voicemails 813-693-2124. Bino, if you want, you can just send a Venmo. I don't know if he does that, probably not. But Will Kuncz on Venmo, whatever I get there, I send over to half of it to Anna. So thank you. How did it? I know we got a little bit of a tiff today.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you already put. You don't need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize.
The one good thing about me, my one redeeming quality, is that when I'm wrong or maybe overreacted, I acknowledge it and I apologize.
Yes.
Which I've been told is a rare quality to have.
It is.
So I am sorry. I may have overreacted when I was stressed to the nines on 800 milligrams of caffeine earlier today. I apologize.
So let's explain what happened. So we were talking about when we last left people, you bought tickets to Big J, as we call him, Big J Okerman now, because that's what the opener at my buddy's show called him at Side Splitters. Big J Okerson. I happened to have this kind of plans earlier in the day, which involved drinking. I started drinking on Sunday at the Bucks game at 10.
You were there, because you must tailgate.
Went there a little early. Beat
May
the
I
traffic.
ask, who were you there with? I mean, if you don't want to tell me, but.
Well, I had to find a replacement because I originally was going to take my buddy Brian, who's a Patriots fan, a Bucks fan and Patriots fan.
Wait, you bought the tickets or?
No, I got them from work. My work has seats. So
wait, which work? Oh yeah, you've only got one work.
I've only got really one work.
Sorry, so not the bone.
No.
I was like, did you see people from the bone?
I did see where their tailgate is because I thought about. Well, yeah, I didn't try to get into the tailgate, but I did see where it was, and I was like, oh yeah, there it is, right there. How about that? It is right out in front of the stadium. But I had to find a replacement because my buddy's son it was his birthday, so we couldn't go, unfortunately. So I had to find a replacement, much like you and my friend Josh and I went, and it was great because he doesn't really drink.
Oh,
so he had 2 beers the entire day. So he's like, yeah, I'll drive. I'm like, great. That's phenomenal. So then I just turned up, started at 10 a.m. I took a Jim Beam Black shot at, I think, 11 a.m. And almost killed me. I almost went down.
So explain this to me. So you roll up in the parking lot. I've never been to a tailgate before, by the way. Despite years of drinking like an a-hole, I've never really done sports drinking. So you roll up at 10 a.m. to essentially the parking lot at Raymond James.
Yep.
And do you guys have like a tent?
Mm.
Do you guys have a table? Or do you literally just get out of the car with your Jim Beam and go like, sports!
That's what we
Hey! And then the people around you, do you go, hey, high five! Yeah, let's go! Baker Mayfield!
Yeah,
Woo!
that's him.
And then you just like drink, and is there music? You guys just like...
No, we were just, so what we did, there were people that were prepared, that were grilling and setting up tents and doing all that stuff. We didn't really prepare for anything like that. I packed a small cooler of 6 beers and 2 Jim Beam black shots and put the tailgate down literally on his truck and sat on that and kind of drank beers for a little while until we were able to enter the stadium. So that was about an hour standing outside. Not too bad. Weather wasn't terrible, so it was okay. And then seats are really good. They had they have club seats there, and they're right on the end, which I love. If I'm going to an event, I have to sit on the end of the aisle because I hate getting up and sticking it's either my butt or my private parts in somebody's face, and I just feel guilty about that. I don't want to do that to anybody.
Especially if it's a child or something.
Right. So I like to sit on the end. If somebody wants to stick their butt and private parts in my face when they get out, I feel like that's fine. I just don't want to do it to other people. And I need a little extra room. I got to kick my leg out a little bit. I got long dancer's legs. And then they were in the back too, so you could stand. You could just stand up if you wanted to. Nobody was behind you. It was great.
Perfect.
Seats.
Do you remember the game?
Yeah, I do.
I don't even know who won.
The Patriots won. Bucks almost came back.
Oh, no.
They were up early. Patriots, put the smack down on them.
What was the final score?
I think it was 25-29, something like that.
Yeah,
it's close. But unfortunate. It would have been nice to get that victory, but good time was to be had. And you had an event, which was Big J Okerman at Side Splitters.
Yes.
And I told you, I was like, listen, I'm planning on drinking early and I might not be in physical shape to attend a comedy show. Maybe reach out to some other friends to see if they would like to accompany you so you don't have to go by yourself. But in the event that you can't find anyone, there's a possibility if I'm in any sort of condition that I would show up. But I don't know. I can't commit. So you found somebody, and I decided to play a little prank on you. I sent you this message here right after the game.
Totally freaked me out. Totally flipped me out.
I said, I'm on my way to Side Splitters. I will see you there. And got a text almost immediately. I saw the 3 bubbles pop up. Wait. I said I got a replacement. And I said, are you serious? And you said, yes, WTF. And then I let you know that I was just kidding. And you said you had a good time with your friend. Can I say her name, Erin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But you kind of got upset with me because you texted me and you said, hey, I don't want to be, annoying, but can you take that post down?
Because you posted the interaction where I said something about her being a replacement. And she's not a replacement, okay?
Right.
She's second fiddle to no one.
That's right.
Okay? And I just, so I'll let you finish this.
Well, that's pretty much it. You said that, you didn't want to offend her. And I said, I think that you're being a little neurotic here. You're kind of blowing this out of proportion a little bit. And then I kind of made a passive aggressive remark. Do you know what it was?
I thought it was that I was being oversensitive.
No, I said I won't post anything involving you on the page anymore.
And I knew that was happening, but I was so in the vortex of neuroticism. I was just like, just run it, find me next time.
Yeah, it didn't register.
No, it did register, but I was on. Okay, may I just explain my case? I'm just saying, I got some employment question marks in the air. Nothing because I did anything wrong. I am right now a temp worker for a company, and we are getting messages on the daily of the job ends November 17th. The job ends December 16th. The job ends January 1st. The job ends the week before Christmas. I don't know when the job ends. So we were talking about that. This might be my last week of work. It could very well be the case that on Friday they go, all right, everybody, thank you so much for everything, and the project is done. So I don't know. Work today was just kind of crazy. I was also on 800 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
And there was just like not great communication at work today. I said to my boss, she was like, Anna, let me help you. You seem, like you're
flustered.
Yeah, flustered. And because she called me on Teams, I go, hey, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm just working through everything. She said, I'll help you. And then she started doing the work that I was doing at the same time, and essentially was doing double orders.
Yeah.
So I was like, messaged her, and I was like, essentially said in the nicest, most corporate way, please stop helping. You're hurting.
Yeah, please stop helping.
Because now I'm having to delete all of your work, which is taking away time from the work that I should be doing. And she was just like, tried to help and made it worse. LOL. And I was just like, right, just leave me alone. So there was a lot of that just going on. Anyways, boring stuff. But that's where my mind was at. I had literally spoken to a coworker of mine. I go, I am a level 10 neurotic person. I feel like I'm always like, does this email sound good? Am I coming across passive aggressive sort of a thing? And then when everything was happening, and then I saw that on Facebook, I completely unraveled.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was drunk on cortisol and adrenaline.
Yeah.
And I'm back now.
Okay, good. So yeah, I didn't really know how to react because I didn't really feel like it was a big deal.
It wasn't. And most of the time, I understand women have a really bad rap when you tell them something like, you're overreacting.
Yes.
You're being oversensitive.
Yes.
This isn't a big deal.
Right.
Calm down.
Yes.
All those things are bad to say when especially a woman is upset. But I truly mean this. I feel like I'm a little different in this way because I trust you. I know you. I care about you, and I do feel like you have my best interest at heart at all times.
Yes.
And if someone like that in your life is telling you that something is not as big of a deal as you're making it out to be, there is the possibility that they're correct.
Yep.
And I do try to think that. I go, okay, I need to self-regulate and get myself back down to baseline. And I am sorry.
And I figured you probably would, because I know this person too, Erin, that you went with. I've met her a few times, really nice lady. And she had messaged me and said that she was the replacement. And I went, oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you got to go and hang out. And we, exchanged a few messages but just before I'd spoken to you. And I was going to reach back out to her to make sure, try to smooth things over with this post.
I'm so glad you didn't.
But I didn't. And because I knew that you would reach out to her. And you did. Yeah. And she was like, yeah,
she was
no
like,
problem.
Yeah, I thought that. Will was the person that you were originally going to go with. She's like, no worries. She's super cool. Again, hyper neurotic, Jewish. This is my DNA. I can't help it.
Yeah.
So, but it's all good. Everything's fine.
Good. Do you have a story about the show?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, let's do one story for Radio St. Pete and the podcast, regarding the Tampa Bay area. And then we'll start the bonus time, WillsYouTube.com. You can get that, or HMBradio.substack.com. And we'll talk about this crazy story that you have about Big J Okerman at Side Splitters, Tampa. Okay, so this is the story I picked. I guess we had a lot of kind of stuff happen over the weekend, but I thought this one was kind of less intense than the Ybor car crash, which maybe we'll talk about that in a bonus time when I can curse, because I saw a lot of things that was
where people
troubling.
are like, this is a hate crime.
Borderline, yeah, kind of. It's absolutely nuts what people are doing. But I did see this. I thought this was kind of interesting. The city of St. Pete Beach is considering installing tolls on the barrier island for people that visit the beach. I mean, I don't know how often
you know. Like just by the license plate, like if they're
Yeah,
out of
you'll have
state.
probably like some sort of sticker. I don't know how they'll do it, but if you're gonna enter St. Pete Beach, they're talking about, like I said, doing these tolls. Let's watch this. This is from Tampa Bay.
Beaches on our barrier islands are critical to our tourism industry. People from all over the world come here to visit them. But tonight, the city of St. Pete Beach is now considering installing tolls on all bridges into the city. Leaders there say it's needed to help improve infrastructure. But our KCL Britain is listening to folks on the island who say the proposal is going to hurt them.
It's not that uncommon after a hurricane to struggle, but this has been really bad.
Liz Calver started the Betty Coastal Boutique in honor of her grandmother.
Yeah.
And since last year's storms, it's been difficult to stay open.
They're trying to hang on. It is a special place, but we can't do it without people visiting us.
But she tells me that it could get more difficult if visitors have to pay tolls.
It's already so difficult to have our doors open. Tourism is way down. A lot of hotels are still closed.
I gotta be honest. I don't know this business. I don't know how any of these like boutique stores. There's so many in like downtown St. Pete beaches, any touristy types of areas. I don't know if it's just like a husband that the wife needs something to do, and it's a rich husband, and they kind of just finance.
There's no way they make money. Like they can't
That's
make
what I
money.
want to know.
It's
How
a dying business.
how are you making money?
Who is
selling-
Betty? Is what I want to know.
That's her. She's a free spirit,
Oh.
a nature lover. It's her grandma.
Mm.
But how do you make money selling shirts that say SPB on them? I don't know. It's just a weird business. But I do, obviously I want it to succeed. I don't want it to close down. And I feel for this lady having to deal with the, realization that maybe she's going to get less foot traffic and even less business than she probably already gets.
People are selling their homes and condos, and now you want to charge people, the few people that may be coming to the island, to come here.
The mayor of St. Pete Beach proposed the idea of tolls on Monday, saying tourists would only be required to pay to get on the barrier island, and residents and employees would be exempt. He says this would help pay for the $200 million needed to update the city's infrastructure.
I think people will end up wanting to go somewhere like Clearwater Beach.
For $1, they'll go, somewhere else where it's free.
Jesus.
Bert Kreischer impersonator extraordinaire.
Very few people I spoke to say they don't mind tourists being charged that toll charge because it could make the area a little bit more residential. But the majority of people I spoke to.
How much do you think they make?
How much do you think that this news reporter
Yeah.
makes? Well, probably not that much.
That's what I'm thinking.
I bet you it's somewhere in the neighborhood of radio. Maybe
40?
maybe a little more.
Because
but
you're
yeah,
like,
probably.
people go, this is exactly the problem that radio deals with.
Mhm.
Well, maybe not anymore, but like you got all this clout. It's like, you're on TV, wow.
Mhm.
Oh, you're making $37,000
Yep.
a year?
Yep.
Wow, that sucks.
But I don't know for sure. I would be curious to find out.
No way she reaches 50, I don't think. She's probably pretty young. She's probably like just out of college, maybe.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll do it for less.
Mm-hmm.
They get rid of all these
I-
old fogies who have like these $250,000 contracts.
Yeah.
She's doing it for 40.
I will say they tend to move around a lot because one of my favorite pastimes is I like the appearance of a news lady, and there's something about them.
This one you like?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would if that's what you're asking. If the question is would, I mean, that kind of looks like
99 out of 100 times we know the answer is would.
Yeah,
I'm asking you if you like what you see.
she probably wouldn't get an Instagram follow. No disrespect, but I like to check out and see the new roster, see the ladies that are on there, and then I shoot them Instagram follows. Just to follow up on the news.
But not
In
her
the area.
news. You don't like her news.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Can I tell you?
who say the priority is making sure small businesses are kept alive.
Kyle Toops is the bartender at the Twisted Tiki, and he tells me his paycheck relies on the tourist population.
I think it's kind of at this point kind of kicking the man while we're down. We're already struggling from the storms, and it's just kind of
Did
people
you stop
find
drinking
other
on the
places to go
job, Kyle?
He's sweating a
God
lot.
damn.
Sweating a lot under the lights.
for free.
The city did not specify which areas could see tolls, but mentioned 3 access points on the south, middle, and northern parts of the island. Gulf Boulevard could also be considered. A feasibility study and details about the tolls will be discussed in January. Meanwhile, Calver hopes for other solutions.
I would hope that they're elected to figure that.
She's doing organizing some hangers there.
They're like,
look busy.
yeah, that was the assignment.
How do you look busy in a boutique? Just shuffle around some hangers.
Out themselves and not add to an already stressful situation by adding more literal roadblocks to get to the island.
On St. Pete Beach, I'm Pinellas County reporter.
So I wonder.
You don't even care. What's her name?
Oh,
say her name.
All right.
Casey Albritton, Tampa Bay 28.
Oh, whatever.
I don't want to. Sorry. We'll never hear from her again. That'll be it for me. I don't know. Like, are you gonna, if they impose the tolls, are you gonna stay off of St. Pete Beach? If you have to pay $1 to get on.
First off, I'm not a tour. I'm a tourist.
Well, that's what I think they need to figure out. Like,
who is a tourist?
Who is it? If you're a Pinellas County resident, are you not a tourist? Or if you come over from Hillsborough, like where do you draw that line?
The line of tourists.
The line of tourists.
I never go over there anyways.
I go over there quite often.
Yeah. I'm
Not
not
really
an alcoholic.
Mm.
There's really nothing there for me except traffic.
Yeah.
And hard to find parking.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so you probably it wouldn't affect you at all, is what you're saying. You don't drink.
0%. I really don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3. I'll tell you something. I'll drink at your wedding, buddy.
Nice.
I'll drink at your wedding.
Heck yeah.
That's a threat. I'm gonna have 2 glasses of wine and be
pee in your pants.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Dang. Yeah. Well, I think they need to figure out, like I said, who exactly is a tourist.
Who is a tourist? Which is a great segue into my next question.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Before I forget, it crossed my mind.
I'll be I'm heading up to North Carolina. Yeah. But I will be here for Christmas. I'm just staying in town for Christmas.
No, I'm leaving.
Oh, you'll be gone for Christmas.
Yeah. Going coast to coast. I'm going to Israel and California. I'm going coast to coast. I'm dumb. Anyways.
Well, it is another coast, kind of. They kind of
Yeah.
wiped out Gaza and took it over, so it is a coast.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a great time. Unless it's not, unless there's another flare up, which
Could happen.
Yeah, absolutely could happen. And there may not even be a flight that's happening. Apparently, they're canceling flights left and right.
I think the shutdown's over though today. Full disclosure, we are recording this on Monday instead of Wednesday, so it's the 10th of November here right now. Where you're at, it's Sunday the 16th.
Yeah.
So probably behind. Who knows what happened?
Right.
Post that. But I think the shutdown is over with.
I hope so.
I think that's what I saw.
So
they did some sort of resolution. There's a few Democrats that broke from the party and voted to reopen the government or do something, some sort of resolution or something. I don't.
Oh, I didn't even. I'm so stupid. I've been very loosely following government shutdown. People are like, people are going to get their SNAP benefits. I'm like.
Well, we talked about that last week, and I have a story that kind of goes along with that too. So
wait, let me just tell you why I'm dumb. I forgot that TSA is part of the government.
Yes.
So I'm like, what's going on with the flights? Oh, now it makes sense.
TSA, air traffic controllers, all of that is a government employee. Why? Why is it a government employee?
Are you saying we need to privatize?
Privatize
airfare, but TSA.
Privatize air traffic controllers, for sure, 100%. Then we don't have to deal with this.
Yes,
right here.
Not
nice.
Good.
All right, so we're gonna head over to our bonus time now. Anna's got a good story about Big J.
No, I have a great story about last night that you missed.
You're gonna want to hear. WillsYouTube.com and sign up for the Substack. You can sign up for free. HMBradio.substack.com. 813-693-2124 if you want to leave a text or a voicemail, and home_made_man on Instagram for me. I think HMB Tampa Bay or something on Twitter, but it's just, I'm reading. I'm not contributing for a few reasons. All right, so we'll see you on the other side. Bye, Radio St. Pete. Okay. Tell me this this story.
$4 bottle of water from Side Splitters.
That you still have it.
I got
You're
2.
savoring it.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
You
'cause
have
I had
to.
to do the 2-drink minimum.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'll have 2 bottles of water. And then I said something so stupid to our lovely waitress, Christina. I go I'm like, bring one now and then bring one. I'm like, just bring them both now.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a beer. Yeah, I'm like, just bring them both now. That was stupid. Sorry, Christina. I'm an idiot. Just like trying to be cool. Bring one now. Bring one in 10 minutes when I'm not done, when I haven't even opened the first one. So, anyways, great night. Big J Ochre Min. He had the opener guy, which, dude, this guy looked like a skinny version of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What's
his name
his
was Davis. I forgot his last name. His first name was Davis, and I remember that because I was like, what's Davis Island?
Yeah.
Davis something. He kind of looked like you. You have a much better voice. He sounded like kind of gay, but like autistic-y. I don't know. It wasn't good. So he was he was way better than the girl that we had.
Yeah.
Jax.
Yeah.
Zax.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. And then he had two feature acts, actually, that did like some time. Like the first guy did maybe like 15 minutes. Second guy did like at least 20. Maybe more. And then Big J came out for a good probably 45 minutes. It was quite the show. It was fantastic.
Nice.
So, Big J Okerson does like all crowd work, right?
I didn't know it was all crowd work.
It's pretty much entirely crowd work. He made like pepper in a story about like, maybe his daughter, or maybe talk something about like, he mentions he's Jewish and he got all the Jews riled up. But other than that, he works completely like with the crowd, and there's probably 6 tables like in the front, and I'm like, these are all the targets.
Mm-hmm.
So the second feature act, right before Big J comes out, there's a woman in the front row, like the table. She's the front seat in the front table, and she gets up, and she's got like this sexy backless crop top thing. And it was like this. The feature act was this black guy, and he looks familiar. I didn't know his name, but I've definitely seen him on a podcast somewhere at some time. And he gets up, and she leaves, and he makes a comment about her. He's like, "Oh, it was sexy," and he's like, "You guys all know each other?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "She's here by herself." And then, of course, like he said something to the guy. He's like, "You got to pretend like not to see that, when you're with your woman." And then the woman says something so fucking stupid. She was just like, "He knows what he has. He knows what he's got." And he was just like, ugh, So the black guy on stage was like, "I don't know how to end this." And he goes, "If she's by herself," he's like, "I'm going to go follow her to the bathroom." And then he ends the show, right? Great ending. Big J comes out and immediately picks up where this guy left off. And he's like, "That black guy's going to rape that woman in the bathroom."
Jesus.
And so we're all like, ha, ha, ha. Jokes. Then he's like, I feel like I can start the show until I know she's okay. So imagine this. This woman comes back in, right? It is a packed house. There's probably, what is it, Side Splitters seat? Like 250, maybe 300 tops?
Yeah,
something
200
like that.
Maybe.
200. So you have 200 strangers, like all quiet. As soon as she comes in, he goes, "Quickly, talk amongst yourselves." And so Big J's like looking around, and everyone is like pretending to talk in the audience. And she sits down, and he goes like, "Oh, we were worried about you. Like, what were you? Did you go to the bathroom?" She's like, "I was smoking a cigarette." And he goes, "Well, what were you smoking?" She's like, "Marlboro Red." He's like, "Oh man." He's like, so your dad hit you and fucked you?" And then he's just like, "Are you here by yourself?" And she's just like, "Yeah." She's like, "I saw Scout." She was super loud, white trash, like the best and the worst person to have when you're doing crowd work.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "I was supposed to go with my boyfriend, but he broke up with me this morning."
Poor dear.
So that was pretty much like the epicenter of the show. And then she said something that was the most outrageous thing I've ever heard. She said, he was talking about like, Big J, he likes to talk about like pubes a lot and pussies. He's big on that.
Okay.
And he goes, "Man, like you probably shaved your pussy for tonight, and like your boyfriend broke up with you." And she said the most outrageous thing that had every woman in the audience, like, we were losing our minds. She goes, I don't shave, I cut them with scissors. And every chick in the room was like, what the fuck? Like, we were like, what? And so, of course, like, Big J, like, you know, he gets up, he's like, do you do the, like, 2-finger thing where you're like, It was so funny. It couldn't have been better, like, timed with her walking out and then coming back in. So it was an A+ show.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
It was really, really fun.
I did, when I was speaking with your friend, Aaron, and I was saying, yeah, I was just messing with Anna. I was borderline blackout and from the Bucks game. And she goes, yeah, I think half of the audience was at the Bucks game before. And I was like, oh, were they rowdy? She was like, no, most of them were asleep. People were just doing what I was doing. 10 a.m. Yeah. When I got home, because I kept the party going a little bit. We went and got food, which was smart.
With you and Josh?
After the game. So we had to wait for a while while the traffic died down. We didn't just try to get out because you're just going to be sitting in your car anyways. So at least you might as well just walk around, relax, not sit in just traffic, which is the worst. So we went to Hooters, the original Hooters, and got some food, got a pitcher there. And then I came home and I have an extensive whiskey collection. I had some shots, drank some more beers.
Alone?
No, I was with my wife, my soon-to-be wife, and we were watching TV. But I saw my eyes were just like they couldn't stay open anymore around 10 o'clock. So full 12 hours. But I imagine that's because it's dark in Side Splitters.
Oh yeah.
And if you're still went to the game, you know, maybe you get something to eat. I don't know, or you might just go straight to Side Splitters and get some drinks. It's a 2-drink minimum.
It sure is.
So might get a little sleepy in there. Were people just falling asleep?
I don't know. I was 3 tables back in like third row. And we were all very engaged, like towards the front. I didn't see like sleepy boys.
Yeah.
But I guess they were all in the back, passed out. But one of the feature acts did make a comment like, come on, it was Sunday night. He kind of reminded me of like Zach Townsend, but like way more cracked out and like, I don't know, he was just kind of annoying. I was kind of confused as to why he was on stage. And I felt really bad. He was like fucking up his words a lot, like stumbling over his words.
I wonder, was he a tour like Jay's opener, or was it somebody that's a local comedian here?
He said he's from Tampa. He mentioned he was Jewish, and I was like, I don't blame you. But he was like, I look like a cool school shooter. I think his name was Dylan, maybe. I don't know. He wasn't great. Like when he first came out, when he first came out, I was like, oh, okay. Like it's rare that usually it's like people don't start great and they kind of win you over. This was the opposite. He came out, I'm like, this guy's got it, and then I was like, this guy don't got it. You know. And then the black guy right before him, I forget his name, but he was pretty funny. And then Big J is just so he's just got it, man. Like he doesn't look nervous. Because here's the thing that I realized, because he's one of the few comedians that like sits down when he performs. When you are standing, like your body obviously gives cues as to how you're feeling. Maybe you're nervous, maybe not. But the way people, just by virtue of standing up, you pace, you like, you know, grab your hands. He doesn't have any of that. He's just super relaxed, sitting on a bar stool, just chilled. Yeah. Super. And which makes the audience like so relaxed because you're not watching somebody look anxious on stage. Anyways, he's just fantastic. He was phenomenal. He's the best.
Cool. Well, good. I'm glad everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not fighting anymore.
No,
I'm glad Aaron got to go.
Yeah.
And it just seemed to work out all the way around.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about this incident in Ybor City?
I honestly don't even know that much.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it. Listen, my thing with my friends now, because I grew up here in this area in St. Petersburg, most of my friends are on the left side of the spectrum. I would say probably 80% of them.
The autism spectrum?
No, you could argue that, but are like, you know, liberal Democrats, whatever. And I just noticed over the past few years, like, not only is it's just the complete opposite perspective that I have on certain things. And I don't understand, but I'm sure the feeling's mutual, where it's just like, that's retarded. I like, what are you talking
How are
about?
you getting to these conclusions? We're seeing
The same
presumably the same thing, and you're like thinking this, and I'm thinking that.
Yeah. So this was something. Anyway, let me just let me go to this. Where is it? Boom. There we go. Okay, this is creative loafing. Of course, they have a very heavy slant to the left there. Now, this is not necessarily not true, but I saw a response kind of to this story that came from a friend of mine where I was like, oh my God, you're so. And she's calling people who don't agree with this dumb. There was an incident in Ybor City. Like, people died. There was this high speed chase. Florida Highway Patrol pursued a vehicle down Ybor City's East 7th Avenue, which is like the street
It's the main
down
drag.
there. Known for its weekend nightlife, around 12:40 a.m. Saturday morning, the vehicle, which had allegedly been used for a streetcar racing earlier that night, swerved to avoid swerved to avoid a turning vehicle and crashed, killing 4 people and injuring 13 others outside of Bradley on 7th. Advocates for safer police. So it's always the cops' fault. I know this with, this outlet and just a lot of people. Advocates for a safer police pursuit say this was poorly executed chase that prioritized apprehension of a nonviolent criminal over public safety.
Wait, but he refused to pull over, and so what are the police supposed to do? Just not pursue him? They go faster. The car goes faster, and now you got to chase.
Well, my thing is, this isn't necessarily a wrong take. Yeah, you're right. They went after this. You could say it's nonviolent, but I don't know, if you're driving recklessly in street racing, you could advocate that there's
nonviolent criminal. How do they know who's driving the car?
Well, they found out after.
Yeah, but the police don't know that while they're in the pursuit.
I think that they were trying to pursue him for street racing.
Okay.
And they're saying this isn't a violent crime. This could have been avoided by not pursuing the car, which, okay, is true, right? But also, you can just run now for anything.
Right.
I guess if they're saying it's a murder or something, that they can go ahead and pursue, but you're still running into. They just don't hold the person accountable who did this. They hold the police accountable for trying to apprehend this person, for reacting. Yes, for reacting. And that's just such a bizarre take to me. But I saw people, my friends calling everybody dumb, who's saying that this is just don't try to apprehend him and this wouldn't have happened.
Oh, okay.
Which, like I said, is true, but this is just retarded. Because now you can just.
It's just not a crime anymore. See? Everything's solved.
Yeah, that means you can just run if you don't commit a nonviolent crime and they'll never get you. So what kind of incentive is that? What kind of what do you call that? Oh God, the mic's on, so I'm forgetting really easy words. Precedent. You can just go.
Yeah, it's like what they do in San Francisco. If you steal something that's less than $1,000, then it's fine. It's not a misdemeanor, right?
I don't
press charges for anything over $1,000.
Right.
So it's oh, okay.
Yeah, that's dumb.
So all the CVSs are going out of business.
Right. Because people just go in and steal $499 or $1 under the limit.
Yeah,
and nothing happens.
And the employees are told don't say anything, don't pursue them, don't call them out. Yeah. Anyways,
it's ridiculous. What a stupid take. That's what I'm saying. It's just we're just so different, and I find examples of it all the time. And this is an attorney too. She's not a dummy. She is.
Oh, really? Her?
No, it's not. I don't think you know her. I'm pretty sure you don't know her.
Not the one I know.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can tell you after, but I don't think it's the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just why don't we hold okay, you were pursued. Obviously, if the lights are on behind you, we know since we live in a society here, you should stop doing what you're doing, pull over, and take your punishment. Or you can run, and then potentially something like this happens where this idiot that was street racing killed 4 people. Okay, his life's over now.
And he survived.
He survived. He just crashed into a bunch of pedestrians. So, his car is probably messed up. He's probably bummed about. But I don't know. It's just such a weird.
So can it according to this philosophy?
Yeah, we got 2 that are racing on the highway now.
The video too. This, I guess, it shows the crash. Turn it down.
So according to this philosophy, if you're speeding and a cop decides to pursue you, you can just continue to keep speeding and then they shouldn't.
And then they won't pursue you. Yeah, you get away.
Yeah.
But it's a nonviolent crime.
Mm-hmm.
So no big deal.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't show the crash.
Oh, I guess it doesn't. It's kind of weird. Oh, it does. Oh, right at the end there. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. And just standing on wrong place, wrong time, man.
Yeah. It's awful. That's a terrible over something stupid like street racing. I mean, this guy ruined a bunch of lives. People were passed away. I hate having to censor myself for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy ruined his life for something silly. But it's not holding, it's the cop's fault for going after him and pursuing him. And the pit maneuver that they're talking about, it looks like it happened pretty far away from the actual crash site.
What's a pit maneuver?
That's what they did where they kind of bumped his.
Oh.
Where they bumped him.
Which was the cop, right?
Yeah.
So he had ample time to stop.
Right. So it looks like he's going down there. And I think this is right here is where they do that little maneuver.
To slow you down.
Tried to spin him out. Well, they try to basically spin you out. So I guess they're saying that this is a problem because they tried to use this maneuver and it caused this crash. But the crash happened well after the pit maneuver was tried. And here you can see right at the end. So I don't really know what else to say about it, but I just find it fascinating. How did we get like this? Mm-hmm. We just have complete different takes from the same thing. And how do you not understand this just incentivizes people to run from the cops? And I don't know. But I guess they don't care. People are just on criminal side. I want the criminal to win.
Yeah, they just hate the cops. So anything a cop does is wrong.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
It's a shame.
I feel like those people are just you can't save them.
So annoying. I wanted to comment, and I was just like, "Don't bother. Just gonna get in a fight." Are you following this 3-Eye Atlas thing at all?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
You don't know what 3-Eye Atlas is?
No.
Interesting. Well, it has a Tampa Bay connection. There's this weird interstellar object that's flying around out there, kind of getting close to the Earth.
Okay.
And this guy from Harvard, Avi Loeb, I think is his name, has said that it has some unusual characteristics, and they think it potentially could be some sort of maybe a spacecraft from another civilization. You're not in aliens or anything at all.
No.
Don't believe in them.
Well, do I think we're the only life form in the entire universe? No.
Do you think we're being visited?
No.
You don't?
No.
Why?
I don't think I've seen the evidence I need to see. I think most of the things that we being society attribute to, what are they called? AEPs now.
UAPs,
UAPs, formerly known as UFOs. I think most of those things are military stuff.
I agree.
DARPA, futuristic shit, and people are like, "What's that?" And then even it flips people out because they go, "Well, these Marines saw it." It's like, yeah, a low-level Marine doesn't know what the CIA or DARPA is doing undercover. It's not like something happens in the military and then the entire military knows. It's very few select people.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is happening. Mostly because I listen to a lot of. Do you know who Annie Jacobson is.
I do know Annie Jacobson. I know she did the Area 51 book. I haven't read it, but I heard it's really good.
She talks a lot about stuff like this, a lot about nuclear winter, a lot of DARPA, futuristic military stuff, a lot of the things that that like the Russians were doing with taking like special needs kids and then like mutilating them, sewing them back together, and then dropping that shit like in Area 51, freaking out the Americans.
Mhm.
Anyways, that's what I think it is. I think it's military stuff that people see and they can't make sense of it.
Mhm.
And we don't quite know how advanced we are.
So you don't think it's necessary? You think it's original technology that, you know, these deep, dark programs, government programs, are just building these like crazy vessels, crafts, whatever, that they're not necessarily being reverse engineered from crashed crafts here on Earth?
No. Again, I'm not saying I can say this with 100% certainty in any direction. All I'm saying is I get a hunch that it's military shit and not alien shit.
So it's just stuff that some nerds are in school. This guy's a super nerd. You should take him for this government project, and he can like build you some sort of weird, you know, weapon or anti-gravity ship, time machine type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just goes away into DARPA's whatever underground layer and just works on this stuff, builds it, and then they just kind of, some other guy flies it, tells him how to fly it. But it's not any extraterrestrial origin.
I don't think so.
Okay. I think it is.
Okay.
I think it probably is some sort of reverse engineer. Watched a lot of interviews with people, whistleblowers, who have claimed that these things have crashed.
What was that guy's name? Not Lamar.
It was
Bob Lazar.
Oh, Bob Lazar, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like one of the originals.
Yeah.
Who was into the claim that he worked at
He worked at Area 51.
Los Alamos or something.
Maybe that too.
And he said he was working on the reverse engineering of a ship, a craft that they found. They didn't say where it came from or anything, but they wanted to figure out how this thing worked. He was kind of the OG. Then they had some like new guys like David Grush. He was claims to have been a special agent and working in these, I don't know what you call them, reverse engineering, you know, testified to Congress and everything about this stuff. It made me feel like I kind of believed it until guys like that started coming out, and then the government had like a panel on it and started saying like, yeah, we got alien stuff. And then I was like, I don't know if I believe it now when they started to admit it, you know, because now I'm just like, this has got to be some sort of psyop or something.
It's like when you think a band is cool and then your parents start listening to it. They're like,
Yeah.
this isn't bad. You're like, this sucks.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
this
never mind.
stinks. Well, this 3i Atlas thing, it's an interstellar object. So it came from not our galaxy, I guess, or is it maybe? I guess it would have to be our galaxy because it's too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it came from another solar system in our galaxy, and they've only seen like 3 of these things so far. But we've also only had the technology to kind of see this stuff, you know, fairly within the past few decades. So they might have missed a lot. Like this could be a pretty common occurrence, but they found 3 so far, I think, and that's why it's named 3i, because it's the 3rd object, whatever. But it was doing some weird things. There were some videos captured on November 8th that show 7 distinct jets, some of which were anti-tails in the sunward direction. The Dr. Avi Loeb claims that speculated that the jets could be coming from a set of thrusters used for navigation of a spacecraft. So the theory is like it could be some sort of like probe to see what's going on in this solar system, which would be kind of crazy. But then I saw something today that those things went away and it's no big deal. I've never seen so much like fake stuff on a subject online as this one. Like people are just putting out pictures of like, you know, showing a spaceship essentially and be like, we got pictures of 3i Atlas, and it's just like a UFO looking spacecraft thing. And there's so much disinformation online with this one in particular.
3i Atlas is the is the object, or it's
It's the name of the object.
It's not the thing that's taking pictures of the object.
No.
It's the object.
It's the object itself. Yeah. So I don't know. But I did see that it does have a kind of a Tampa Bay connection, because Anna Paulina Luna is like one of the people that are like spearheading this UFO UAP disclosure stuff. She's our Congress lady, right? In this area.
She is, yeah, our rep.
Yeah, she's calling on NASA to share unreleased data and images of the Manhattan-sized comet to advance our understanding. 36-year-old Florida rep shared an ex-post of her letter, which was addressed to acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy. She said, "I write to request the release of specific observational data related to 3i Atlas, recently captured NASA missions. This information is of great importance to advancing our understanding of interstellar visitors and their interaction with the solar system." There's a picture of it there. It looks like kind of just like a regular comet that you've seen in a textbook. This comes as the comet exhibited signs of non-gravitational acceleration and appeared bluer than the sun while flying by our local star, causing Harvard scientist Avi Loeb to speculate that it could have been an alien craft engine. The lawmaker specifically called upon the space agency to release the images that the high-rise camera aboard the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter snapped between October 2nd and 3rd. I think they're dealing with the government shutdown, though. So I don't think there's anybody working there either. She also requested supplementary data from the spacecraft in question, the Perseverance rover, and other Mars missions that may have detected unusual activity near Mars around or after October 3rd, when 3i Atlas crossed within approximately 30 million kilometers of the planet. So this is just not interesting to you at all. you don't care anymore.
It's not that I don't care. It doesn't like pique my interest.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I love space and stuff like this, but I think like all this is just a lot of it is just BS. Did I tell you that I met Anna Paulina Luna?
Yeah, on an airplane.
Yeah.
We showed the picture.
Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry.
Does she look good?
She does. It was so weird because like she got on the plane. This is before she was a congressperson, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband was with her. And have you seen like two like people who are adults, like that are a couple, like interact with each other and they like are like each other?
Mm-hmm.
Her husband, I was standing right behind them. He was like grabbing her butt. And like, because she was wearing like, she's got a phenomenal physique, or at least did, maybe before she had kids. And she was wearing leggings, and he was like grabbing her butt. And I was like, don't respect a congressperson like that. Grabbing her butt.
This is his wife first.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know. They said that I did see this from Wired. The first radio signal from Comet 3i Atlas ends the debate about its nature. I don't know what to believe about this stuff. More evidence has emerged to support the natural origin of 3i Atlas after several weeks of conspiracy theories, social media debates, and speculation on podcasts. This interstellar object is still a comet. Well, let's see what this link is. Spewing water like a fire hydrant. Okay. I don't know if we're just supposed to take this guy's word for it. Or...
Yeah.
Oh, I guess there's more. You just have to subscribe to.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, that's okay. I don't care that much.
Javier.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I kind of hope it's an alien probe. Kind of want just them to figure it out because we need some help down here.
You mean you want some alien help?
We need some help.
Well, what do you think we need help with? And do you think that if we were invaded by a foreign species, that we would band together as humans?
That's what Ronald Reagan said, and I think we probably would. I'm hoping that they're nice. That's a big hope of mine, that they actually want to help. I would like an alien to explain to my friend why you shouldn't let street racers just run from the cops and then have no repercussions for that.
And who's to say that they wouldn't have continued to speed and do all that stuff had the police not been pursuing them? It seemed like they were driving recklessly.
They were. That's why I think you have an argument here that street racing is very dangerous.
Yeah.
And it should be stopped. I think most people can agree with that, right?
Yeah, but they're saying that like had the cops not pursued this vehicle, they would have stopped speeding because.
No, I think they're saying that the crash wouldn't have happened.
But they don't know that.
They don't know that.
So
it could have. Yeah, they could have crashed into a
bigger crash.
minivan.
Yeah, who knows?
Filled with puppies and kittens and babies.
Or worse, migrants.
Yeah,
we know that how much you love migrants more than American citizens. You could give an F.
Yeah.
About American citizens, especially if they're Republicans. Yuck. But illegal migrants, ew. I saw this I almost went off on Twitter and then I'm like, oh, no.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But did you see this kid? He's 16, little pussy. He's in Oregon. He was some Hispanic kid. And he was like, I'm scared. I'm not gonna be able to say goodbye to my parents because they're treating us like animals. He's like, by the way, both of my parents are American citizens. I'm like, so this is a baseless fear. He goes, but I'm still scared. And then the mayor of the town, who's some lesbian little boy looking woman, was just like, this is outrageous how Manny is so upset. I'm like, Manny's retarded.
That's the thing.
It's we need to do something. So we need to change legislation because Manny has some baseless fears.
Yeah.
Because Manny is afraid. Well, Manny.
Irrational fear.
Right. Yeah. Manny shouldn't be afraid. If his parents are on the books, everything is fine. Mm-hmm. I think they're maybe not on the books. Mm-hmm. In which case, Manny, you going to a town hall and telling I feel like it's bringing more eyes to the situation, which is you're causing the Streisand effect, which is the exact opposite of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You want to go under the radar, not over the radar.
Right.
Anyways, Manny.
I didn't see that.
Idiot.
Idiot. I didn't see that.
It's so embarrassing. Can I play it?
You want me to find it?
Yeah.
I'll play
look
it.
Look at Oregon pussy.
No.
16-year-old.
Oregon Manny.
Yeah. 16 teenager. Crying. Yeah. And the people at school said I'm so great. Yeah, Hillsborough. That's it. Because I was like, oh, the other Hillsborough.
Okay.
And shouldn't be scared. Yeah, that little pussy prick with your stupid braces. I have braces.
Let's play it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you guys and say that I really hope you guys do side with us and you guys really do hear what we're saying for you guys, because all of us here are actually trying to fight for what's right and fight for our rights. And I just want to tell you guys that I'm scared for my parents to walk out there. To walk out their house because I might not be able to say goodbye to them if they go to work. I might not ever be able to say bye or see them again if you guys don't side with us.
What is the
ICE stuff?
Okay. The teen Manny Chavez opened up about his personal experience in a packed meeting. Immigration detentions, escalation in immigration detention, saying that federal agents are violently pulling people out of their cars, arresting them, tearing families apart. This is much like you can kind of compare it to the not chasing suspects, because there have been incidents of ICE getting the wrong person. But if the standard is you can never make a mistake, hopefully I'm assuming that mistake has been corrected and a hearty apology was extended.
Yeah,
I would assume. But if this kid is scared because of stuff like that. But that means the standard needs to be you cannot make a mistake. Then that means you cannot enforce this law at all.
You cannot pursue this.
You cannot pursue the speeder. You can't pursue
in the event that maybe you get it wrong or something worse happens.
Yeah, it's child abuse, really. But I don't know what this kid's motives are. You could be a paid protester.
I wish I could find the story. So they show a little bit of his testimony, and then they tell him how many views it has, and he goes like, I didn't know I had that many views on TikTok.
Yeah, it's
I'm like, oh, so you're doing it for clout.
It's an incentive. Yeah, sure.
Sicko.
Finds a viral
I think it was like, I don't know, I may have seen it on Twitter, but I became enraged last night at 11:30. Yeah, look at this. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. People are like, you're probably like, you're so cute. Why you want a date? Oh.
Is this the video that he posted?
I don't know. Apparently those are his friends who are going through that because they have family members who've been detained. Are they illegal?
Again, there's 40 plus million people on food stamps. And this, as we've learned with the SNAP shutdown, we can't have any more people coming to the country until we get that figured out.
Great.
I think should be a fair standard. I have a feeling that my friends would disagree with that, but that's why I need the aliens to come down here from 3i Atlas and say, I'm sorry, you're retarded. Then we can cope and come back together again. But it's not going to happen until that happens. I'm sad to say. Thank you, Anna, for your time today. Thanks for accommodating me, even though it appears that maybe you didn't have to after all. Actually, let's get the answer here. It is Wednesday. The event is Wednesday. The calendar invite is incorrect. So good. So it happened for a reason. HMBradio.substack.com, 813-693-2124, thehomemade broadcast@gmail.com. If you'd like some free stickers, send me your mailing address or text me or whatever. And I thank you very much. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Bye, Anna.